Well, hello again. Last time I showed you how to choose a pathway. This time I'm going to show you how to get started on that pathway. I have just logged into my account, which I invite you to do to yours now. And then you're going to go to my home. And on my home, you will find a number of things: Basecamp, Learning Hub, and Achievement Board. Don't worry too much about the second two. What we're going to look at now is Basecamp. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, I have just purchased for myself a brand new pathway. So on that pathway, I am in the same boat as you are. I haven't made a start. So that particular pathway is dynamic leadership. You may have chosen a different one. It doesn't matter. Click on whatever it was that you chose, because level one is pretty much the same in all the pathways. I'm just waiting for it to work through. And you will see straight away you have an overview. And the overview gives you an outline of what it is you're going to be doing on this pathway. Do excuse the amount of time that it takes to load up. So look, we're looking at level one, which is your first level, obviously. And you're going to have four projects to do. But that actually means 5 speeches, because in this last one, the evaluation and feedback, you're going to be giving 2 speeches and also doing an evaluation yourself and working on the feedback that you receive from your speech. But first things first, let's look at the icebreaker, because that is your first speech that you ever give to the club. Let's have a quick look at it. So I've clicked on there. I'm sorry it's so slow. It will come up, it really will. So here we have the learning program that you're going to run through and read, hopefully, every word in it, to learn about how to construct and deliver a speech. The icebreaker is an introduction to the club about you. It's going to be rather personal. It's going to be a little bit about yourself, your background, your loves, your likes, your hobbies, your work, whatever you like. You don't have to reveal anything too personal. And it tells you basically what to do. Start off with the resources. There's a checklist for you to look at. There's an evaluation resource, because when you do give your speech, you will be sending that to your evaluator. Don't worry if you find that bit daunting. Your evaluator will probably find it for themselves. You can print out the Icebreaker project, and you can print off an outline worksheet. But let's get diving straight into it. You have an introduction. So you'll find a discussion about how our journey begins in Toastmasters. I've clicked on introduction, and here you have a little bit of a blurb about it and what your assignment is going to be. Click on the next button, and here is where you're going to put in things that you already know. For example, I am able to write a speech, but you might wonder, am I able to deliver a speech effectively? So we're going to add both of those items. And you can add as many as you like. You can add, I know that I can have a good communication style, or I know that I'm not very good at communicating, and I wonder if maybe I can learn how to get through that. It tells you what you're going to learn. You're going to recognize that you're going to learn how to basic speech structure and so on. Click on next. And here you're going to learn about how you can meet your goals with Toastmasters, along with the tools for planning and preparing your speech. Now, I'm not planning to go through the whole thing. That's down to you. But what I want to do is actually skip to the end So we're going to go through to all these things. There's lots of parts, and I'm not going to go through them all. To complete your project. So here you're reminded of what you felt you knew and what you were wondering about. And then here you can add what you've learned during the project. Here is where you add, by this time you have actually booked with your BPE, your speech, so you know when you're going to be giving it. And this is where you add your speech title. Sorry, that wasn't very clever. Something a little bit more inspiring than what I've put. The date, obviously, you're going to select a date. Let's say it's going to be June the 4th. Select your club. Well, I belong to 2. Sussex Online will do it at. Select your evaluator. From that, in that club, there are certain people who you could choose to be an evaluator. I won't actually do it because if I do, they'll get an email. And then you can select your evaluation form. So let's just type in ICE Icebreaker. Up it comes, evaluation resource. That sends your evaluation resource to the person who's going to evaluate you. And here you write a little bit. So this is my first speech. I'm quite nervous. Please look out for, I don't know, whatever you think that your ticks are. And then you click save an email. Well, obviously I'm not going to do that because I'm not really doing it. So click on next. And then it asks you, before you move on, review your learning, deliver your speech, receive your evaluation, and congratulations. And then the all-important bit, click on complete my project, and that will give you a lovely tick against your name. Now, I have actually cheated because I haven't actually done this, but you will see that if I go back to the overview, I'm hoping this works. Mhm. I'm going to click on. Okay, well, obviously because I didn't complete it, but what you will get is a nice green tick here against the icebreaker. I haven't really completed it, which is, so it's no surprise that I haven't got my tick. I actually have to go in and do all these things now that I have purchased this new pathway. I hope that gives you some sort of an introduction to what the pathways are all about. There are 5 levels in every pathway. Once you've completed level 1 and you've done those 5 projects that I described earlier, you move on to level 2. By this time, you're going to be a very accomplished speaker. And once you've done level 2, you go on to level 3. And in level 3, you get all kinds of exciting things to do, plus electives. You can choose which project you're going to do. You're not told what to do, you can choose. And 4 and 5 are the same. And once you complete your pathway, well, chances are you get a nice little badge or at least a ribbon. So thank you very much for listening to this. I do hope that you have enjoyed looking at how to start your pathway and that you're going to be a really great member of the club and move on through your pathways. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn. And this learning program is one of the best in the world. It really is. It's worth doing. So please go through with it. Thank you very much.